This series of videos is going to be around algebra and building on these algebra skills to then plot a quadratic equation. Firstly, before we learn how to expand and plot quadratics, we need to recap the basic distributive law of expanding simple brackets. So with this particular example, the distributive law states that when you have a term outside of the brackets, in this case it's a, what you do is you need to multiply everything on the outside of the brackets with everything on the inside of the brackets. So the first thing I did was multiply that a with b. And if I multiply a and b together, the result of a times b is ab. Now I still need to multiply everything outside of that with everything on the inside. So the last thing I need to multiply is a times c, and a times c gives us ac. And so that gives us the distributive law. If we look at a couple of examples of this, we pretty much just need to apply the same idea, the same concept of multiplying everything on the outside with everything on the inside. So the first example is 4 is on the outside. I need to go 4 times x, and 4 times x gives us the result of 4x. The next step is I need to multiply that 4 with another 4. So 4 times positive 4 will give us positive 16. And so that is our final answer. Okay? Now, before I do the next example, I'd like you to do example 2 first, and pause the video and just see if you can apply that basic multiplication out. Alright, now that you've given it a shot, let's have a look. So you've got minus 7 times x, and minus 7 times x will give us minus 7x. Now the next thing you need to do is go minus 7 times minus 3. Now some of you would have put down the answer as negative 21. You need to be careful that when we have the multiplications of these brackets, we need to include that particular sign that's around there as well. So in fact it's actually minus 7 times minus 3, which is positive 21. Alright, now give this next one a shot. So give it a pause. Next thing, alright, now that you've given it a shot, we multiply the first two terms. So let's just write this out. 2y times 3y. So negative 2y, sorry, times 3y. So let's deal with the numbers first. What is negative 2 times 3? Well, what is 2 times 3? That is 6. And just chuck a negative out the front will give us a negative 6. And y times y gives us the result of y squared. Now let's do that next side. So minus 2y times minus 8. So minus 2y times minus 8. Okay, and so what we've got is minus 2 times minus 8, which gives us a total of positive 16. And don't forget that y there is still by itself, so we need to tag that on as a y. Alright, now this last question pretty much culminates every single thing that we've looked at in the previous examples, so I'd like you to pause that and give it a shot. Now before you give it a shot, I'd like you to be wary of one particular thing, and that one particular thing is right here. That's that minus sign. Make sure you include that for both expansions. Alright, now let's have a look at it. So 3p times 4p. 3p times 4p. So what is 3p? Sorry, I'm just going to change the thickness of this because it's a bit... What is 3p times 4p? Well, what is 3 times 4? 3 times 4 is 12. and p times p is p squared. The next thing is 3p times 2, which is 6p. Now the next section is minus 2p, so let's just write it down here, minus 2p times p. So minus 2p times p. That gives us, sorry, where's my cursor? My cursor seemed to disappear, sorry guys. That gives us a total of, oops, minus 2p squared. And the last thing we need to multiply is this minus 2p with that minus 9. So let's write it down here. Minus 2p times minus 9. And minus 2 times minus 9 will give us positive 18. And we just need to make sure that we add on that p as well. So 18p. Now we're not completely finished here just yet. One particular reason why we're not finished is because we have like terms. These two numbers are like terms, or these two terms are like terms, and these two terms right here are like terms as well. Now keep in mind we can't add the p squared and the p, but we can add the p's with the other p's here. So if we find out a final result, what we should end up having is, what is 12p take away, 12p squared take away 2p squared, which gives us a total of 10p squared. And what is 6p plus 18p? That is 24p. And that is our final answer.